Hey, what's up, guys? So today I wanted to do like a little walkthrough on like what I do when I go to buy cars on Craigslist, and like I'm gonna set my price range at like $2,000. So let's say I have like $1,500, and that's like how much money I have to purchase the vehicle and repair the vehicle and also sell it. I'm not gonna be putting any sort of registration fees or title transfer fees in this video, just because for different states that's different. You guys can do the research on your own, or any of the rules that vary state by state. So I have Craigslist here. I live in the Seattle area, so I have the Seattle Tacoma area. If you want to, you can go to different area cities and different states. I like the Seattle Tacoma one because it gives me a wide range. I'm able to drive somewhere farther away and pick it up. So the first thing you want to do, as you can see, it brings you to this page. You go to cars and trucks. So under for sale, go to cars and trucks. It's going to bring up a bunch of things, including dealership offers, and you really don't want to deal with the dealership when you're just trying to flip cars. These are the settings that I normally go for. I go over to the left hand side here. I go to cars and trucks. I click owner. Now this is only going to post show you posts that are by the owner only. I go to have image because people that are trying to sell cars without image are just crazy. Doesn't make any sense. You can input stuff like posted today, bundle, duplicate, stuff like that. I don't need any of that. Include nearby areas so that can like expand the search further. And which is a good way to, like, if you're looking to snipe some deals that are not in your state. Most people, especially if there's some people that are far away out in like more rural areas that are selling cars for really cheap because there's not a whole lot of people willing to buy. If you're willing to go out to them, then they'll work with you on price, which I've made a lot of deals doing that. So right here is important. What you want to do is set your price to the maximum. You always want to use the maximum amount. If you have $1,500, then put $1,500. Even if you need some of that money to do like quick fixes. Sometimes you can find cars on Craigslist that there's nothing wrong with them at all. They're just older cars, and people just want to sell them quick, so they post them for $1,500 without doing any research on how much they're actually worth. So we're gonna go ahead and put $1,500 on here, and go to update search, and it's gonna pull up everything under $1,500 in the area. Everything under $1,500 in the area. And some of these things are going to be like, if you look over here, this is wanted, dead or dying Subaru, 1 2 3 4. This is not a for sale. This is like a wanted, and I think he's posting in the wrong area anyway. But that's a good way to get traffic if you're looking to buy. Like, so people will just go to him with dead or dying Subarus. I do recommend Subarus, and I recommend Toyotas, and different sort of pickup trucks and stuff if you're looking to flip, because these ones, the all-wheel drive system on the Subarus, the way they look, they're very popular. They're roof racks. These ones are very high selling items, including this body style here, even some of the wagons. People normally don't like wagons as much as like the coupes. I like wagons. They seem fine. Well, look here, so you'll get some of these when it says like $1 want to buy. Like, you just ignore those. But let's just take a look. I love Geo Metros. They're such cute little cars too, and they get like 54 miles a gallon. There's like a 1 liter engine, and they're fantastic vehicles. So I look at this one, $950. I look, I can see that it's in this Seattle area, which is very close to me. 150,000 miles, clean title. You want to avoid reconstructed titles. I can't stress that enough. Avoid reconstructed titles as much as possible, just because I like reconstructed titles. I own cars with reconstructed titles, but the resale of a reconstructed title it takes so much longer to sell it, and you never get as much. Even if your car is in better shape physically and it is a better car, lower miles, another car that is more expensive, in shittier condition, and has more miles on it, will sell before your reconstructed does, just because people don't understand what all that stuff means. And I can go into like some of the branded title stuff in a separate video, but for this one I just want to show you guys how to buy and sell things on Craigslist, and like what kind of vehicles you should be looking for, especially if you don't have any mechanical skills. Like, if you're not an actual mechanic, you can just do some basic stuff. This is what I would be doing, and there's tons of vehicles on there with very little work needed. This guy, according to the pictures anyway, he has a 1994 Geo Metro 2-door hatchback, green in color, manual with new tabs. New tabs doesn't matter in my state because you have to do the registration anyways once you buy it. Even if you had brand new tabs, you have to pay for new ones anyway. So just looking at this picture, I can already tell things I'm gonna look at: the steering wheel and the seat. Now the seat cushion is covering something, so I can already think in my head that there might be a cut or something underneath, and that is big inside the vehicle, the cockpit area where someone sits, this is where they spend most of their time already. Like when it comes to this vehicle, this is where they spend 90% of their time is in this vehicle, is experiencing the vehicle, is going to be in the cockpit. So it needs to have a nice stock steering wheel. I like that. The seats look fairly good. Everything, I like these pictures here. You can actually zoom in, very nice. There's a little bit of dust or anything, but there's nothing cracked, there's nothing crazy. It looks pretty clean. The buttons look okay. This might be missing. Yes, this knob is missing here, volume knob. You want to get as much information from the pictures as you can, because if you see something out of the ordinary, like a giant bumper missing or something, then you're not going to want to waste your time, and some of these take time to go look at. So you want to be able to look at everything. The glass, what does it look like? Make sure it's not like a plexiglass thing in the back. This looks good. Everything looks okay. Everything looks good here. It's actually really like this green color. I think this would be a vehicle that I would be able to flip, no problem. Even just to make $500 off of or something. Like that's free $500 just for getting a vehicle. Look at this person over here. It's chilling. Yeah, so it has all the hubcaps, which is super nice. I see all 4 hubcaps, so that's a plus. All 4 hubcaps. Tail lights look okay. Everything looks good here. I actually really like this vehicle. I really do. It's really nice. I like this Metro. Maybe I'll buy it. Yeah, I like this. Nice. 150,000 miles really isn't bad, because these things do last forever. And like anything that goes wrong on these vehicles, it's super easy to repair on the Metro. Like this thing is like your, cut and paste type vehicle. So I'm actually going to save this one. I really like this one. You can, so this one, what I would do next is I would contact them. You go to reply button. I'm not going to show them their number or anything like that. But I noticed that this was posted 7 hours ago, so I know this is fairly new. So they're probably still testing it out, right? They might have gotten some like offers and stuff like that. What I would do is I'd text them and see if it's available. Now, if it is available, I would schedule a time to meet with them. I wouldn't ask for more pictures or anything like that unless you're like really need like some more confirmation if you want to go see this vehicle. But I normally just go for the easy ones on Craigslist. My next step would be going to contact this person. I would then meet up with them, and I would bring the $950 cash, because I have $1,500. So I'm going to bring the $950 just in case, because if it's worth it, it's worth it, and it speaks to me, and then I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to try to clean it up and then resell it for more without doing anything to it. So $950, you go and buy it. So you go talk to them, and I would bring the cash with you, and I'll try to talk them down at first. Of course, I always try to talk them down. Some people might see this as scummy or something, but look, I'm just trying to make money off Craigslist. So, if they're willing to sell it, then of course they're going to sell it. I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. So I'm going to haggle with them. Haggling is actually part of the reason why I like doing this. I think it's fun negotiating. So of course I'm going to be friendly when I see them. I'm going to be very respectful. I'm going to take it on the test drives. In this area, I know of some hills and some like highway. The highway is right there. I can actually take this, and I would drive the streets, and I would drive some hills, test the brakes, test the parking brake, test. I'll take it on the highway and get it up to speed. How fast does it get up to speed? Does it shake? Does it rattle? Is there any noises? How smooth does it drive? Definitely check these tires. I would check the tires and the gas cap, make sure the gas cap's on. I would check every little thing to make sure that this thing is going to be sellable. Because like, what do people deal with the most? Most people are not going to deal with underneath the carpet, stuff like that. They're going to look at, when I'm going for resale, they're going to check the tires, they're going to check the brakes, they're going to check the inside where they spend, they're going to notice things. The engine, everyone always pops the hood, even if they don't know what they're looking at. They're going to look at the paint and then the gas cap, right? Because people are going to be refilling their car. You're going to make sure this is all cleaned out and looks nice when you go to resale. So I would definitely do a test drive. I would make a list of things that I would want to change or fix. Even if you don't know, just think of some things. Be like, oh yeah, did you ever replace this, serpentine belt? When's the last time? And if they say, oh, I don't know. And it's like, well, I'm going to have to replace that. When's the last time you've done a tune-up? So you make a list of maintenance items that you're going to want to do. And then you can use that to deduct the price off of their asking price, the $950. So, just be very friendly, be polite, and then, ask them at the end. You get done with the test drive, you come out and you say, so what do you think? And I say, yeah, I like the car. I really do want to buy it. I'm kind of on a budget, and I do want to do some maintenance items to it, but I really like this car. I'm willing to give you right now $700 cash. And then you can start negotiating. If they say, no, I'd really like closer to $950, you'd be like, oh, what about $750, $800, whatever. You guys decide how much you want to pay. You pay, make sure you get the title, make sure he signs the title. And I would always write a bill of sale. Now, bill of sale, this has to say, I, and then put your name, sell, like he's gonna do the bill of sale. One copy for you, one copy for him. This says his name is gonna sell this vehicle for this much money, selling as is on this date, and then put the VIN number and then sign it. And it's pretty easy. If people want to, have an example of a bill of sale, you can look one up, or you can just direct message me and I can send you an example of a good bill of sale. But pretty much it's just stating that, it's proof that you guys both signed the paper saying, the transfer. And then some states I notice have the title transfer as a bill of sale. But here in Washington, I know they like a bill of sale attached to it as well. And with newer cars, it gets more complicated. So let's say we bought this $950. Okay, buy this, take it home. I would then look at everything. I would clean everything out. So even if the car is pretty clean already, I would clean everything. I would even consider, depending on the vehicle, taking it to a detail shop and spending some money to get everything detailed. I have my own detail kit that I like to do because I do like detailing as well, but I would shine up and make everything smell beautiful. Like these plastic trim pieces right here, I would actually take Armor All spray and make these shiny, make it as new as possible. Try to get some good smells in the vehicle and make sure there's no dust or crap like stuck in these little crevices here. All these buttons, make sure there's no dust and stuff. I would make everything look completely shiny and new. I would give this a good wash, a buffer and everything. And I would clean all this up, make sure the windows are shiny, clean up the hubcaps. If the tires need replaced, spend a little bit of money, get some replacement tires, because even spending $300 on tires can sometimes increase your sales by a lot. And I would, if this thing is as good as it looks, which I think is really nice, I would take this, look at how much metros are going for in this area, and I would try to post it for, $2,000, $2,100. And some people were saying like, oh, I'd never spend that much money on a vehicle. But when you put as much care and as detailed cleaning and maintenance, I'd do a tune-up on it, do an oil change. When people look at this car, it's gonna be a guaranteed, it's gonna give a sense of this car is good. And of course, you're gonna have to check it out, drive it, make sure it's fine. And as far as this thing is fine. So if you have a mechanic friend like me, I check out all my vehicles before I sell it. But as a person just trying to flip cars, someone sold this to you, they said it's fine. You look at it, it is fine. You clean it up really nice. You take some really nice pictures. Like I would take this to the beach and take a billion pictures of it, just in nice atmosphere. I'd take it by some trees. You can take it to some I've seen really cool stance cars do graffiti, graffitied walls to take a picture next to it. Take some freaking sweet pictures of this. Sweet pictures. Take all your belongings out of it and take some pictures of this and post it on your Craigslist ad with the information that you have on this vehicle, and be upfront about it when people come and say, just say, yeah, I bought this car recently and I'm just trying to flip it, trying to make some money. It's a solid car. I've done a tune-up on it. I've cleaned it up and it's just a great car, and I think it's going to serve someone, well. And honestly, even going online and buying some new hubcaps, if you look at this picture here, zoom in on this, these hubcaps are dirty, but they're peeling. If you just go and spend $25 to get new hubcaps, sometimes hubcaps go a long way. So anyway, yeah, I'd try to sell this for double. I'd try to get double my money out of this. I'd try to sell this for $2,000. I'd just pick it up and clean it up really nice and post it on Facebook Marketplace and on Craigslist and try to sell it for $2,000 until it works. And sometimes it looks like a gamble, but maybe you're not going to get that much. Maybe you'll get $1,500, but you still just made $500 for just picking up a car, cleaning it up, and then reselling it. So if you want, we can look at a couple more here. Beamers, there is a market for it. But I would shy away because some of the stuff you're going to have to fix becomes a little bit more technical. They have Vano systems on them. They have a lot of dual, multi-chain timing belts and stuff like that. Wow, this is actually a really nice interior though. You see, so he took a picture, and the first thing I'm going to notice here is that the seats are very nice. There isn't any there's a little bit of indent from sliding in and out. Really nice. In my pictures though, I would not have any dirt on here at all. And the fact that there's a wear mark, I would definitely put in, even if it was just a cheap little floor mat, I would definitely put a floor mat in there, 100%. No doubt about that. But the seat looks really nice, and the steering wheel so far doesn't look bad. Ooh, yeah, see, there's that. He took the panel out. So this is something that you might be able to flip, just because me, I look at this, I see the panel's gone. That is definitely going to decrease the value, of course. And I haven't even read the post. I don't know what's broken or what's not on this, but just looking at this visually, it's a 318 Ti. I'll need to research what kind of engine it has and everything on it. The body looks okay. There's some clear coat coming off right here. You can definitely buff that out. You know, it's never going to completely go away, but you can kind of mask it. But don't try to hide it. Like, definitely tell people, point it out when you're selling the vehicle that there is clear coat coming off the hood, and definitely put that in your post that the clear coat's coming off. But you can get new headlight lenses for super cheap, like on eBay or something like that, and have them be brand new crisp lights. Because this foggy light right here just makes it look bad. It makes it look so bad. But when you replace it with like $30 headlight assembly, you just pop the bulbs back in, you put the new headlight assemblies in, and even if they're just cheaper headlight assemblies, they're going to work just fine. It's going to have brand new plastic, and it's going to make the car look way new. And that's a trick that I've learned from back in the day when I was used to like deal with some of these older cars. People try to clean them. In my experience, I've never got them to look as good as new. So I just spend the extra 20, 40 bucks, whatever it is, for some new headlight assemblies and buy it. Even if it's $100, like if they're 50 bucks a piece, I will buy it. And just because that $100 that you invest in this vehicle could get you an extra grand just by looks, because pictures are everything. And like I said about the hubcaps before, these rims look okay. These little hubcap, I'm pretty sure those are hubcaps. But anyway, this piece right here, this is what I want to talk about. So if you look at this piece, this is just like a plastic trim that would go in there. I don't know why this is off. I don't know if he just lost it or something, or if this needs replaced. But these window regulators and stuff can be a pain to replace and whatnot. But if you're looking to just sell this but make it look nice, you can buy this piece actually, either at a junkyard or online. Everything is online these days, and that's amazing about this generation, is that you can access markets online and order things, and you put this piece on there, and this piece is going to look like this, you know, this other side of the door, and you know that might be $50, you know, for this whole chunk to be put right here. But the fact that he doesn't have one is making his price go way down. All you have to do is invest a little bit of money, put that on there, and then you can sell it for more. So I'm not saying specifically that this vehicle is worth it, but these are things that you want to look at. 121,000 miles, automatic. So automatic versus manual. People that are trying to drive Beamers like this normally want the manual. People want the driving experience. People want to be on the road. Beamers are like huge enthusiasts of their cars. So sometimes people want automatic, sometimes people want manual. That's kind of like a thing you learn as you go on. There's been tons of times where I had a manual because I thought people wanted the manual, and I didn't get the sale because they wanted an automatic. You're going to want to look at these lights too. So the first thing you want to do, so park brake, that's fine. Airbag light in this ABS one. So it depends on if he took the picture when the key was on, but I'm assuming this is running because the temperature's up and there's no engine light on. Normally when you have the key on in the on position, all the lights will turn on. Sometimes engine light and stuff will turn on after a couple seconds, turn off. But the fact is that it's hot, so you can tell it's an operating temperature. He has ABS light on, and he has his park brake light on, which could be that he has his parking brake on, but I doubt it. Park brake light comes on when you have low brake fluid, or if you have the parking brake on. So that's what that would come on. No, that's a red brake light. So this one's park brake. So he probably has park brake on. But if he doesn't, then that's something really annoying. Most people are really picky about what kind of lights are on their dash. This is the airbag SRS light. I don't know if Beamer has like their own name for it, but this is pretty much saying that there's something wrong with the airbag system. It could be the seatbelt. It could be the seatbelt type thing, where like the seatbelt retention system is messed up, or it could be the airbags are gone, missing, or just not working. It is a clean title, so if they did get an accident, they definitely didn't report it to the insurance, so that doesn't really affect us. But you're going to want to look at these lights and definitely take that into consideration when buying a vehicle like this. This one personally I'd pass on, but there are some things, there is some potential to it, and maybe if you talk this guy down lower, you'd be able to make some money off of it. Like if you'd be like, hey man, like look at this window regulator's messed up, you got freaking 3 lights on the dash, I gotta fix the headlights and the clear coat. Maybe if these are hubcaps, then like I'm gonna have to get some actual rims for it, talk them down, because heater blower motor doesn't work. Like you're gonna need heat, and sometimes blower motor, especially in these Beamers, can be a real pain. So this is a project car. So he's calling it, this is going to be a classic car. Interesting. So yeah, if you're looking for a project car over the next couple months and you have a little bit of time or know someone that can, this one might actually be okay to buy. 318 Ti. I actually don't know if this is like a sought after mark. You can Google this and find out if this is one that enthusiasts will like. Like maybe the 318 Ti came with a special engine or a certain engine that people really sought after, especially in the drifting and racing communities. You want to look at that. But overall, this is not too bad. It would be a little bit of a risk. So that's an example of a more riskier play. You can definitely buy stuff like this, talk them down, and try to do a lot more long-term project. This is more of a short-term project. $950 is a very fair price to get to this, and I think that this could actually sell for more. Let's look at this Camry here. V6 LE sedan, new tabs, 162,000. So he wants, $1,200 more, $200 more dollars. Then, oh, it's the same car. It's the same guy selling. So he wants $1,200 for this one, and honestly, I think this one's worth less. Interesting. Yeah, so V6 Camry, I don't know if I'd want that anyway. But like there's no wow factor to this car. Like this car is just a plain Jane, like maybe I'm just biased but because I really like Metros, but I feel like this car is just so boring, it's just a V6 LE sedan, new tabs. I don't know about that, but I mean this is another potential car. You can do some headlight work, you can do some paint buffer, clean it up. Let's look at this seat here. It's dirty. Oh, there's a little tear there. It looks like there's a tear. So yeah, I would definitely maybe talk that guy down, because I mean selling cars with tears in this seat is just so bad, just because like I said, people spend most of their time, 90% of the time, in the vehicle. So like everything that you can touch and feel, smell, whatever, while you're sitting in the vehicle is going to have the most impact on the person. If it feels good when you're driving it, then of course it's going to have a higher chance of selling. I put more importance into this than I do like engine stuff. And like as long as it runs right, of course. Like obviously if the car doesn't run, like who cares? So if the engine's like needs some work, more work than I'd like, some annoying stuff needs to replace, like alternator stuff, but the interior is freaking perfect, I know I can fix that stuff. It's harder to fix the interior stuff. It's harder to get a nice clean steering wheel that's factory. That's stuff that I value. That's just my opinion though. Seats and stuff like that are really pain in the ass. Like you can't just like sew that and make it okay. Like you'd need a new seat cover and everything, and like trying to find a stock seat that's in good condition for a 93, that's as old as me, this 26-year-old car, you're not going to find that seat. So pretty much your only option would be a seat cover. But yeah, so that's like pretty good examples there of like a more of a project type car that you can flip, and then something like this, and you literally just buy them, clean them up, fix some things on it, and sell it. And I'm not talking about like people selling broken cars. People are selling, like this is probably a broken car because everyone loves Xteras. It's $500. Needs new engine. See, I'm not saying this. Literally for $400 more than this car, you can buy this car and resell this. Try to sell it for an extra $2,000. People love these Metros, dude. Like let's look at Metros. Let's look at Metros and take off the $1,500 cap. So I just want to see all the Metros. This one's $1,800. Look at this one, 1995. This one's $500. Why is this one? Rebuilt engine. Sputters. See, like this one has issues and it's $500. Honestly, the green Metros is a really nice car. I might buy that one. No, honestly, like $950 for a nice one when you have $1,800 for this one. Oh man, see, like look, this is $910. Not saying that, and like this person's trying to sell it for a lot and has terrible pictures. Like look at this interior. What the hell? No one's gonna pay that much. So people are gonna see this one, $1,800, next to an ad like this that says $950, and they're gonna buy this one. Now, if I put $1,900 or $2,000 next to this one, they're gonna still want to buy mine because I'm gonna do all the things that I like to it. I'm gonna do all the cleaning and everything to it. Like this car we looked at before, that one's gonna need a little love, but you can still flip it and make a profit. I do like older cars, but my recommendation, unless it's something like this, where it's just like a simple plain Jane car, is to keep it above 1996 and aim for more of like the early to mid 2000s. So like, all the way up to 2010 and stuff. That's when they switched to OBD2, which is kind of a universal diagnostic system. Almost all scanners read OBD2. Before 1996, a lot of cars had a lot of different types of scanners, like vehicle-specific scanners, and it's really hard to diagnose things back then. But they kind of universalized everything in 1996 on up, and they kind of made it mandatory that you can use an OBD2 scanner. So looking at some of this stuff like this, you find some weird stuff on Craigslist that's like labeled for $1. It's definitely not something you want to look. But I would more look at like vehicles that you see on the road a lot, and people like not only MPG, like vehicles that have good MPG, like the Metro, but utility vehicles as well. So like something like this one is 2001 GMC Jimmy, clean, 150,000 miles, runs perfect. That sounds great. Let me look. V6 automatic, runs like a dream, clean, it's automatic, it looks nice. They have this weird embroidery stuff going on. I don't know about that, and the picture's kind of lame, which I don't like, but it looks very clean, looks okay. Gave it to my daughter for 17th birthday last month because I bought a Tahoe, but now she wants a small car. So this is something too that I haven't mentioned before, is that you can actually hit this person up with a trade option. So if you had like the Metro and you bought it for $900, you could trade this person for her $1,500 car. You just don't tell them specifically you bought it for $900. But if you wanted to get this and sell this, because this car, it seems like a nice car. I'd have to look at it, of course, but if it's as good as the picture seems to be, it is, people will buy this car, especially because people love the GMC Jimmys. They do have a really good 4.3 liter V6 engine. The 4.3 liter V6 for the Chevys is fantastic. It's kind of like a 350, and that's like the 358 cylinder, but with 2 cylinders missing, and it's kind of a legendary engine. People really like that. So this one's $1,500. She wants a smaller car. She wants a small car. They're selling it for $1,500. You can say, I'd like to trade you, and you send them a picture of the Metro. You bought this for $900, and then you trade this car. If she's interested, she might not be interested, but I've done a lot of trades in my life where you sell this car that you cleaned up, spruced up, make it look super nice, and you trade this car for something like this with utility, and then jack this price up too. You take this car, you make it even nicer. Maybe you spend a little bit of money and put some rims on it or some nicer tires, some BFG all-terrains. Those are the ones that look really nice. I like the BFG all-terrains. And you sell this car for $2,500 or something, and you can make, so you pretty much started with this car, you traded it for this car, and you sold it $2,500. Like, it's possible. I mean, I'm not saying that you're able to sell that car for $2,500, but it's definitely possible because I've done it. I've done stuff like that. Another thing you want to look at is cars like this. Now, 1986 RX-7 FC. This is an FC body, so this is a very popular drift car. There are some cars that are just icons, and this doesn't run. This might be something that you only buy if you have like access to a shop or something. It's been sitting in storage from zero. Project car, doesn't have time, all stock. He's only selling it for $1,500, and this car in its prime sells for a ton of money. People love these, and there's only a limited amount. The title status is missing though, so that is too bad actually. But if that had a title and that was $1,500, you should buy that, because someone will buy that for more than $1,500. You know what I'm saying? Camry, low miles, 138,000. Very reliable. Camrys are always reliable. Look at this, nice neighborhood and everything. You can kind of tell too, like it might be profiling, but if I see like these type of houses, I already think like military or like higher money, and like I don't know what the risk of posting the license plate is. Maybe I should blur it out. But look, like this is a nice car. The newer tires, it looks like pretty good tread. 1450 firm. Cosmetic problem. You should be able to actually sell this for quite a bit. Clean this stuff up. I don't know, 1,400 bucks. You still might be able to sell for 2 grand. So anyway, like I was saying, you could actually buy this car for 1,450 and sell it for 1,800 and make 400 bucks, and all you did was pick it up. You know what I mean? Like there's people on there on this site that are selling things for so low. Jetta, no, I don't work on Jettas. Ooh, Suzuki Swift, GTI. Oh my goodness, let's see this. So I am kind of like a dork when it comes to these things. Like I love this. Look at these rims, bro. Oh, it's like racing seats, dude. What the fuck? Oh my goodness, this thing has a cold air intake, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at this thing, dude. Oh my god, I love it, actually. So this is something I wouldn't flip. He tried to hide this thing too. Look at this. Look at this, dude. Look over there. What the hell's that? Like this thing is actually like a POS. But holy crap, bro. $940. And it still has the 4-cylinder. It's dual overhead cam. ARP head studs. Why though? 5-speed. I'm getting rid of projects. This is one of it. Starts and runs and drives. The interior is removed to make the weekend track car. Do people track this? I don't even know if this is real. GTI? Did they make a race version? Anyway, you could do a little bit of research and like, you know, like this car might look like a piece of crap, but someone actually, this might be a rare car, who knows? But that's what makes Craigslist so cool, is that there's so many things on Craigslist that are just posted. People don't know what to sell things for. Like, look at this crappy Civic wagon for $1,500, and it has terrible pictures with the seat ripped up. Like, no one's buying that for $1,500, dude. Like, you have shit that's laying on the dash, you want to sell it for $1,500. Why? Because it's Civic. You put some stupid aftermarket headers on there and you think you're gonna sell it. There's dents on it. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. But people like this are good because you see this and you're like, nice, $1,500. That's the price point. The next ad they're gonna see is this car that you bought and posted for 2 grand, and it looks way cooler, way nicer. Everything's shiny. Everything looks new. Next to this car, $1,500. People are gonna want to look at your car. That's just the way it works. That's the way Craigslist works. But as you can see on Craigslist, there's so many cars that are just posted for random amounts of money, and you can make hundreds, thousands of dollars on some of these cars just by reselling them with a better marketing angle, like a better picture, better everything, like the way I would sell. Even if I was to buy this and sell it, first of all, this photo's kind of blurry. And there's like dirt and stuff, and the bumper is kind of just like down. You can actually adjust the bumper up, like right. Let me see, click this. Right here, you can adjust this bumper up to make it. It's just like a bolt. You just adjust it up so it's more level. This is parked next to like some crappy like construction site looking thing. You can buy some Rhino line. The seat's messed up here. Like put a freaking seat cover or something on it. You know, try to make it look better. Also disclaim that it's ripped. Obviously you don't want to try to hide it, but like try to make it look better than this. Like he has just garbage here and stuff. Like I could buy this and I could flip this, do nothing to it, literally have the same shit written down, and like if it was running and stuff, obviously. So if this was running, I would take it out of this freaking neighborhood with all these weird colors and stuff, put it next to a park or something nice, like put it next to some water, you know, and like take a picture of it, like in the woods or something. Like take it to a place like you would camp, and like take a picture of it, like really nice when it's all clean and everything. Like out you there with your boys, put some people in the photo, you know, that's doing like camping stuff, and like really try to make the person like imagine what they would do in this car, and like then they fall in love with it already. They imagine themselves going out to these hikes and stuff, and that'll help you sell the car for sure. Especially something like this. Like this is a very high price point, but these pictures are very basic. Like no one's gonna just like, oh yeah, I really like, unless they're looking for this car specifically, they would never just buy this. I would take this somewhere really nice, like fancy downtown area with like a lot of lights, and I would take pictures of it there, fully waxed and everything. Like it is very clean. It looks nice. I do like it. Yeah, the steering wheel and everything looks really nice. So on this, there is a couple of like divots and stuff here. I'm like kind of a stickler when it comes to this stuff though, because I know that it's hard to find replacements for these things. But I look at this and like this is a very nice one, of course, little higher price point. So yeah, never negotiate online. Always go straight to it. But yeah, these are just some few examples on how you can take these. Ooh, supercharged. See, look at this one, $1,000. Rare factory supercharger. Needs to be towed. Blown head gasket. Oil is milky. Shifter gets stuck. So this is something that you can actually, I don't know if I'd buy this, but this is like some cool stuff, right? Like if you're a mechanic and you know how to do some of this stuff, this is like probably this is a Nissan Xterra with a freaking supercharger. Like goddamn, like this is probably worth some money. But like, so if you had some knowledge on how to do this stuff, like this would be the way to go. But yeah, anyway guys, this is kind of the winner for me. This is easy money. This is how to make some easy money on Craigslist. And yeah, that's an easy way to make some money on Craigslist. As you can see, you can just go around, set some low price points. You can literally buy these cars and check it out to make sure there's nothing wrong with them. And if they are good cars, they're selling them for $950. You buy it for $950 and you post it for $2 grand, $1,800, whatever. Even if you only make $1,500, you made $500. And $500 ain't nothing to scoff at, especially if you did it in a weekend. You just make that extra money off of buying something on Craigslist and reselling it on the same platform, or maybe even posting it to like Facebook or something, and making money. And I don't know why more people aren't doing this. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this for like 7-8 years now or something like that. 10 years, so I guess, yeah, 10, 16, I'm 26 now, getting kind of old now. I've been doing this for 10 years, just buying and selling things, and that's how I ended up with my A6 now, is just buying and selling cars. I'm pretty sure if we added it up, my wife's car that we got is free. All the cars before it paid for it off of the profits. So anyway guys, I hope you like this video. The editing and stuff is going to go up in time. This is pretty much my first video. I like to do gameplay stuff too, but this is something I'm really good at, and I wanted to share with you guys that people my age should be doing this more as a side hustle. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. See you guys later.